Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to free yoga in the park at the Whale Tail. So wonderful to see so many beautiful smiling faces. Yeah, let's get a little applause. Come on, give me some energy up here. Give yourself a clap for showing up here today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Alicia, and I will be leading your yoga class here today. As always, I will be providing lots of options, lots of modifications. Take what feels good for you. If at any time something doesn't feel good for you, just take a child's pose, take a rest, and just take a moment to just relax. Otherwise, I'll be here demoing everything here at the front. If there's any injuries I should know about before we get started, if you want to just come up here really quick, and I can give you some modifications for your practice. Otherwise, our peak pose of class today will be dancer pose. The dancer pose is a balancing posture. We'll start off with a tabletop version of this, and then as we move through class, we'll be doing our full version. But essentially, you come into one leg, start to get light on that back foot. Hand comes out to the side like you're holding a platter, and then bring your heel into your glute. You can grab the pinky side edge of your foot. That may feel enough for you. If you want more, grab the inside, the big toe side of the foot. This will open up the shoulder and the glutes up more, hamstrings as well. Inhale, arm lifts up overhead, and exhale, hinge forward. Gaze goes past that middle finger, and then you kick that back foot into the back hand. If that feels like too much, you can take the tabletop version, and you do opposite arm to opposite leg. So my left foot is back, right hand goes back, then you grab that foot, and then you can kick here. All right. Any injuries? Anything you guys want to come talk to me about? No? Okay, wonderful. I like to start all of my classes with a seated meditation, so just come into a comfortable state. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your knees, whatever feels good for you. I have a new playlist this week, so I'm really excited. You guys are all my first to hear it. Give me some feedback, some comments at the end. All right. Start to come into a comfortable seat. You can either have a soft gaze down at the grass in front of you, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes here. Start to bring your awareness to your breath, taking long, deep inhalations in through the nose. Big, open mouth, sigh, let it go. Feel the body soften with each exhale. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big, open mouth, sigh, release. Start to imagine that you have a string at the crown of the head. Imagine that it's lifting you up towards the sky, elongating the spine. Keep that inhalation in through the nose. Those big open mouth sighs out through the mouth. You can bring the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down along the spine. And maybe you gently rock side to side just to come to a more comfortable seat. I'm going to take a moment to go quiet and allow you to connect to your breath. Maybe you take a body scan here. So starting from the crown of the head, scanning down, just noticing how the body feels. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Final breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth, sigh, let it go. Whenever you feel ready, we'll start to slowly open your eyes, come back into the space. Beautiful job. If your legs are crossed, change the crossing of your legs to bring some balance into both sides of the hips, and then maybe rock side to side, coming into a comfortable seat. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, turn your palms to face me, squeeze down, cactus the arms, open up the shoulders. We do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull down. 1 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Start to wiggle your right hands. Start to bring that right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And then bring your left hand behind the back, coming into a seated twist. You can stay here, or on your next inhale, start to draw the belly in. And exhale, gaze past that back shoulder, gazing towards the back of the meadow. Beautiful. You can hold here, or on your next inhale, draw the belly in. Maybe gaze a little bit deeper, getting deeper in that twist. On your next inhale, both arms come up overhead, come back to center. And exhale, bring both hands down to the opposite side, counter stretch. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. And we switch side. This time, wiggle those left hands. Bring the left fingers over to the outside of the right thigh. Right hand comes behind the back. Tent up on those fingers for more height, spider fingers. Take a big breath here. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, start to gaze towards the back of the meadow. You can stay here or get a little deeper in that stretch. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, maybe gaze deeper, getting deeper in that stretch, gazing behind you. On your next inhale, both arms come up overhead, come back to center. And exhale, bring both hands down to the opposite side. Gently bring the chest down, counter stretch. Inhale, both arms come up overhead, come back to center. And we move into a side stretch. Wiggle those left fingers. Bring that left hand down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, reach over to that side. Feel the space in between the rib cage, the intercostal muscles opening up here. You can stay here or start to walk the left fingers out to the side. Bend into that elbow. Reach, reach, reach over to the side. Imagine that you're in between 2 planes of glass. So make sure that that top right shoulder is stacked on top. Beautiful job. We hold it here. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, both arms come up overhead. And switch sides, wiggle those right fingers, bring that right hand down. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, reach over to the side. So if you're starting to feel that left hip lift, see if you can ground it into the floor. Great adjustment there, everyone. You can stay here or start to walk those right fingertips out to the side, bend into that right elbow, and then continue to reach. Feeling that space in between the rib cage, opening up, stacking shoulders on top of one another. We're here for 1 more breath. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. And exhale, turn palms to face me. Bring your hands down in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath here. Inhale. And exhale, walk the hands out in front of you. Our forward fold. Feeling that nice deep stretch in the hips. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. Hold it through the exhale. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to center. And we move into a tabletop position to move into cat and cow. So however is best for you, you can either press yourself up or you can bring your feet out to the side. However is best for you. We meet in a tabletop position. Spread alternate fingers out really wide. Pointer finger faces forward. Shoulder stacks on top of wrist. Hips on top of knees. Knees are about hip distance apart, and hands are about shoulder distance apart. Warming up the spine with cat and cow. On your next inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift gaze up. Exhale, tuck tailbone under, press the ground away, gaze down towards the floor, your knees or thighs, maybe one day towards the navel. Inhale, drop the belly, roll shoulders back, lift gaze up. And exhale, tuck tailbone under, press the ground away, moving back into cat pose. Continue moving through these two movements, timing each movement with the breath. Maybe you introduce some additional movement, bending one elbow at a time, rocking the hips side to side. You can make large circles with the shoulders and the hips, making large circles with the body. Whatever feels good for you. You can even close your eyes if that feels better for you in this moment. We'll be here for a few more breaths, so just letting this feel good. No right or wrong way to do it. We'll take one more big breath here. And at the end of your next exhale, start to come back into center, our default tabletop position. Start to ground into your left hand. We move into thread the needle. Inhale, right arm reaches out to the side, lifts up overhead, gaze follows the hand. And exhale, thread the right hand through the space between the left wrist and the left knee, and bring your right shoulder down. Right hand is on the floor, right palm faces up towards the sky. See if you can shift your hips back so you're squaring the hips. Yes, great adjustment there. Opening up the shoulders, just letting this feel good. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. On your next inhale, ground into left hand. Inhale, right arm lifts up overhead. And exhale, bring that right hand down. We do the same thing on the other side. This side, ground into your right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches out to the side, gaze lifts up overhead. Exhale, thread the left hand between the right wrist and the right knee. Left shoulder reaches down to the floor. Left palm is facing up towards the sky. See if you can shift your right hip back so that you're squaring the hips. And then see if you can open up the space in between the shoulder blades with this stretch. To get into dancer pose, we'll be doing a lot of shoulder openers, a lot of quad openers. But overall, this class is just going to leave you feeling good. We're here for one more big breath. On your next inhale, we come out of it the same way that we came into this. Inhale, start to lift that hand up overhead. And exhale, bring that hand back down. We move into bird dog, a core activator. So come back into tabletop position. Step that left foot back, ground into the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches forward. Right thumb faces up towards the sky. You can stay here if you want more. On your next inhale, lift left leg up. Left toes face down to the floor. Ground the core here. You can stay here. If you want even more, we move into our full bird dog. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Crunch, come into that small cat-like position. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Final one. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hold it here. See if you can get into even smaller of a ball. Inhale, open up, expand. And exhale, start to bring that left toes down for just a moment. We'll move into our first tabletop dancer. So continue grounding into that left hand. Start to bring your left heel into the glute. And then inhale, lift that right arm up overhead and grab your foot. Can we get there? Okay. If this feels like too much, you can always come back into that bird dog position. Otherwise, we're staying here. So this is our modified dancer pose. Continue to kick that foot into the hand, opening up the shoulder, opening up the quad and our hamstring. One more big breath. And exhale, gently release the foot. Cartwheel the hand all the way down. Bring the knee down. Gently rock the hips side to side. We do the same thing on the other side. This time, ground into your right hand. Step the right foot back. Inhale, left arm reaches up overhead. Left thumb faces up towards the sky. You can stay here if you want more. On your next inhale, lift that right foot up. Right toes face down to the ground. Gauge the core, draw the belly in. You can stay here. If you want more, you move into bird dog. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch into that small ball. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Final one, inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee, get into that small ball, smallest ball that you can make here. Inhale, open up, expand. And exhale, start to bring that left fingers down. Bring the right foot down, but tent up on those toes. And now start to draw the right heel into the glute. From here, start to lift that left arm up overhead. Cartwheel the hand behind you and see if you can grab that back foot. Nice job, everyone. From here, start to kick that back foot into the back hand. Ground into the right hand. Excellent. We're here for one more breath. And exhale, gently cartwheel the hand all the way down. Release the knee, release the foot. Gently rock the hips side to side. Move into a quick child's pose just to reset the spine. And on your next inhale, start to lift up into a downward facing dog. So come into a tabletop, curl the toes under, lift the hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. So starting with a really strong foundation, spread all 10 fingers out really wide. Feet are about hip distance apart. You can generously bend the knees to begin, and then see if you can press the hips behind you. Shoulders and triceps are in line with the ears. You can stay still, or you can invite some movement here. Maybe you pedal the feet out, bending one knee at a time. You can shake the head yes, you can shake the head no. Maybe take a moment to notice how this downward facing dog feels before we move into the other downward facing dogs and finally our last one of the day. Wherever you are, all together, we take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Start to bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Slowly walk the feet to meet the hands, hang heavy here, forward fold. Slower than you want to, start to roll up into a standing position, stacking one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to the top, roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll it back down, and then bring your hands by your side, palms face together. I'm going to do two versions of our sun salutation. Our first version is always modified. Feel free to take it if you need it. Then otherwise, after that, I'll be demonstrating our full versions at the front. How are we feeling all here today? Yes! Okay. Yeah, we got some clapping. Awesome. This is great. Okay, hands come by your side. On your next inhale, bend the knees. Sweep your arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, soft bend to the knees. Hinge forward, forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on shins, on thighs. Roll the shoulders back, gaze down to the floor. Exhale, bend the knees. Place the hands on the mat. Step back, high plank position for just a moment. Lower the knees down. Untuck the toes. Squeeze your elbows into your side. Slowly lower the chest down all the way. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift for cobra. Exhale, release the chest down to the floor. Ground into the hands, lift the hips back to the heels, coming into a child's pose. And then start to curl toes under, lift the hips up, moving back into a downward facing dog. We take 2 breaths here. One more big breath. And at the end of your next exhale, bend into the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Slowly walk the feet to meet the hands, meeting all together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet, inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring hands to heart center. Release your hands by your side. So that is our modified version. Feel free to take that. Otherwise, we'll demoing the full version here at the front. Hands are by your side. Inhale, bend into the knees. Sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back, high plank position. Option to modify by lowering the knees down. Otherwise, shift the shoulders past the wrists, glue the elbows into your side, engage the core. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Drop the hips, roll to the tops of the feet, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up towards the sky. 2 breaths here. Final big breath. Start to come back to center, bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Hang heavy here, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet, root to rise. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, bring hands back to heart center. Hands go by your side. We do that just into our downward facing dog. Inhale, bend into the knees, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands go on the mat. Option to step or hop back, high plank position. And then however is best for you, we all meet in a downward facing dog, either modifying, taking your chaturanga, whatever is best. Coming into a downward facing dog. From here, on your next inhale, ground into left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts behind you, 3-legged dog. Option to stay here or stack the right hip on top of the left. You can stay here or make circles with the knees, circles with the ankle. You can flip your dog if you would like, if that's in your practice. If you're flipping your dog, press the hips up towards the sky. If you're making those knee circles, go the opposite direction, so going counterclockwise. If you're flipping your dog, we all come back, 3-legged dog. Kick that right foot back behind you. And then bring your right foot in between your hands, lower left knee down. Place hands on hips, moving into a low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest back up. So building on what we've done before, we're going to move into a twisted low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Turn the palms to face me. Wiggle your left fingers. Start to bring your left hand in front of you. Right hand reaches behind you. So making a T shape with the arms. Nice. Engage the core. Press into that front foot, making sure that the knee is not caving out to the side. We're here for 1 more breath. The end of your next exhale, right hand comes down, bring it by your right thigh, and then both arms lift up overhead. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Ground into the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches out to the side. And then we move into rainbow arms. So you can stay here or you can step that left knee back a little bit more to create some more space if that feels good for you. Your mileage may vary depending on your flexibility. And then start to reach that right hand forward. And then you can start lifting it up behind you. So making nice big rainbow shapes, opening up the shoulder. Getting that ball and socket joint, some mobility here. We do one more round, and the next time that the right arm reaches behind you, hold it there. You can stay here. You can tense up on those left fingertips for more height. If you want to take that optional quad stretch, start to bend that left knee, start to bring that left heel in towards the glute, and maybe you capture that left foot with the right hand. If this feels like too much, you can always release that foot back down. Really important to make sure that your knee is directly on top of your right ankle. We're here for one more breath. And exhale, gently release that foot if you had it. Cartwheel the hand all the way out in front of you. Ground into all 10 fingers. Curl left toes under. Lift left knee up. Step right foot back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. We do the same thing on the other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up towards the sky. Stack the hip on top of your right, three-legged dog. You can stay here. You can make circles with the knees, circles with your ankle. You can flip your dog by bringing that foot out to the side. Press the hips up. Left arm reaches up overhead. Whatever option you choose to take today, just let this feel good. Try to keep both sides balanced. So if you did one thing on the other side, do that here. If you're making those circles with the knee, see if you can go in the opposite direction. If you're flipping your dog, we'll start to come out of it. Start to kick that left foot back, left toes face down. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, step that left foot in between the hands. Lower right knee down. Hands go on hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. Once you feel nice and strong in your foundation, knee is on top of ankle, knees not caving in or out, sweep your arms up overhead. Moving into that twist. So turn your palms to face me, wiggle those right fingers, and then bring your right hand in front of you, left hand reaches behind you. So opening those arms out to a T, but getting into that nice twist here. Hold it here, one more breath. And exhale, start to bring that left hand down, bring it by left hip, and then sweep arm up overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. You can stay here, or you can gently bring that right knee back if you want more space. On your next inhale, left arm reaches out to the side. We move into those rainbow arms. Take a big breath here. And then bring left hand to the top of the mat. And then you lift it back up, bring it back behind you. And then keep this motion going. Making big rainbow shapes, opening up the shoulder. Creating mobility in that ball and socket joint. And you can continue with this movement, or you can take that optional quad stretch if that feels good for you. The next time that the left hand reaches behind you, you can hold it here. You can take that optional quad stretch. Start to bring that right heel into the right glute. Capture the pinky side edge of that back foot. Ground into the right hand. You can also tense up on those fingers for more height. And then try to draw that foot in. There's bats and blankets. Make sure that that left knee is directly on top of that left ankle. If you're doing this extra stretch. We're holding it here. 2 more breaths. Feeling that nice deep stretch in the quad and in the hip flexor. 1 more big breath. And exhale. If you have the foot, gently release it. Cartwheel that left hand all the way down to the mat. Curl right toes under. Lift right knee up. Step left foot back. Downward facing dog. Option to stay here, or you can take your choice of a vinyasa. Coming forward into a high plank. Lowering down halfway. And then coming back into a downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everyone. Taking those vinyasas if that feels good for you. We're all meeting back in a downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to move into a prone position, which is just a fancy way of saying that we're going to come to lie on our stomachs. So first come forward, come into a high plank. Option to modify by lowering the knees down. Otherwise, we're lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. So strong. Hands are underneath your shoulders. We move first into a shoulder stretch. So open that left arm out to the side. Your right hand will go underneath your right shoulder. And then from here, start to lift your right hip on top of the left. So you're going to almost like a side plank position. You're going to have a deep stretch in that left shoulder. So your left arm is open out to the side, right hand underneath right shoulder. If you want more, you can lift that right foot and then step it behind you. Yes. Nice. So you may be feeling this in the front of that left shoulder. The more that you push into that right hand, the deeper that stretch in the front of the left shoulder would be. If it ever feels like too much, you can always just bring that right hip more parallel to the floor. We're here for 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. And exhale, start to roll back to your tummy. We do the same thing on the other side. So this time, right arm reaches out to the side, left hand underneath the left shoulder. And then you can stay here, or you can start to bring that left hip on top of the right. And if you want even more, step that left foot behind you, opening up the front of that right shoulder. Nice. This is personally one of my favorite stretches because I am on my phone way too much. I curl my shoulders forward, I'm driving around on a computer, all that good stuff. So this is a really great stretch to counter stretch all of that hunching forward. This opens up the front of our shoulders. This will leave you feeling really good. It's also a really good way to decompress after a long day. We're here for 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. And at the end of your next exhale, start to roll back onto your tummies. We're going to take a locust pose. So bring your hands by your hips, palms face down. On your next inhale, using our core strength, our back strength, start to lift the chest up, palms face down, using our back strength here to lift. And exhale, lower the chest back down. If that was enough for you, you can take that pose again. If you want more, interlace the fingers behind the back. On your next inhale, press the hands away from you, lift the shoulders up. You can stay here if you want even more. Start to lift the feet up. On your next inhale, maybe see if you can get a little bit taller. And exhale, gently lower down all the way. Release the hands, bring them underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, and then curl the knees in, bend the knees, bring the heels to hips, and gently windshield wiper your feet side to side, decompressing the low back. If locust felt good enough for you, you can take one of those 2 variations that we did. If you want even more, we move into bow pose, only if that feels good for you. Start to bring the feet back to center, lower them back down, and then either taking locust, so bringing your hands by your side, palms face down, or interlacing the fingers behind your back. If you want to take bow pose, start to bend the knees, bring the heels in towards the hips, grab the pinky side edge of your feet. Whatever variation you're taking today, take a big breath, inhale, exhale, start to lift up. So moving into bow pose, locust pose, whatever is good for you. Gazing forward, opening up the shoulders. So building on those quad stretch, those shoulder stretches that we've been taking today. 1 more big breath. And exhale, gently lower down all the way. Continue keeping your feet where they are and gently windshield wipering them side to side. We're going to do 1 more standing sequence, and then we move into our peak pose, our dancer pose. Bring the feet back down, hands go underneath your shoulders, come into a child's pose, lift up, tabletop, and then bring your hips to heels. Hands reach out in front of you, child's pose. Whenever you feel ready, we move it back into downward facing dog. Lift up, Hips come up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Maybe take a moment to notice how this downward facing dog feels compared to the first one we took of class today. Whenever you feel ready, we're getting ready to move into our second standing sequence here. Start to ground into that left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, moving into a high lunge position. Place hands on hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. So making sure that you have that nice strong foundation, right knee directly on top of right ankle, left heel is lifted. Hands are on hips to start. Once you feel nice and strong, inhale, arms lift up overhead. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath here. And exhale. You're more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, building onto this, we're moving into that twisted position that we did on the low lunge. Start to wiggle those left fingers. Left hand comes in front of you, right hand comes behind you. Nice. Excellent job. You can stay here either gazing to the side, maybe playing around with your balance. Start to bring the gaze behind you. Gaze goes towards back hand. 2 more big breaths here. Engaging the core, strong legs. 1 more big breath. And on your next exhale, start to bring the right hand down towards the right hip. And then inhale, we'll bring both arms up overhead. Getting that resistance training with the wind here as well. We move into a warrior 2. Start to pivot that left foot down. Arms open out to the side, warrior 2. So arms open out to a T. Gaze past the middle finger of the right hand. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Shoulders are stacking on top of hips, making sure the knees not caving in or out. Make some circles with the hands. You can imagine you have water on your fingertips. Flick it away. Into a nice stretch here. We're going to bring some movement into the body. On your next inhale, straighten front leg. Arms lift up overhead. And exhale, warrior 2. 2 more times. Inhale to lift. And exhale, warrior 2, bending into that front knee. Final one, inhale, lift. And exhale, warrior 2. We move into reverse. Flip that right hand up, reach forward. And exhale, lift. Right arm reaches up overhead. Left hand on left thigh, left calf. Keep bending into that right knee. Hold it here. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Your choice to stay in a downward facing dog or take your choice of a vinyasa. We all meet in a downward facing dog. Absolutely no rush at all to get there. We'll do the same thing on the other side. From your downward facing dog, on your next inhale, lift that left leg up. Step the left foot in between the hands. Right heel is lifted. Place hands on hips to start. And then inhale, lift the chest up. So starting with that nice strong foundation, make sure that the left knee is directly on top of left ankle. Right heel is lifted behind you. Hips are square to the front. And on your next inhale, arms lift up overhead. And again, you can stay here if you want to move into that twist. Turn the palms to face me. Wiggle that right fingers. And start to bring the right hand in front of you, left hand reaches behind you. Draw the belly in. Arms are opened out to the side like a T. Keep bending into that front knee, making sure the knee is on top of the ankle. Yes, you can. You can always bend that back knee for a little bit more space if that feels better for you. You can gaze to the side, or maybe challenging your balance, bringing the gaze behind you. Wherever you are, we're here for 2 more breaths. Keep engaging your core, strong legs here. 1 more breath. And at the end of your next exhale, start to bring that left hand down towards the left hip. Both arms lift up overhead. We move into a warrior 2. Pivot the right foot down. Open the arms out to a T. Gaze past the middle finger of the left hand. So left knee directly on top of left ankle. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Arms are opened out to the side in a T position. So you can make circles with the hands, circles with the wrist. You can flick water away from the fingers. Or one of my favorite stretches, imagine that you're pushing 2 walls away from you, fingers face up towards the sky, getting that nice stretch in the heels of the hand. You can roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down. We're here for one more breath. And exhale, bringing some movement into the body. Start to straighten front leg, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, warrior 2. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come down. Final one. Inhale to lift. Exhale, warrior 2. We reverse. Turn your left hand to face up towards the sky. Reach forward and reverse. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Right hand on right thigh. Right calf. Keep bending into that front left knee. Everyone's looking good here. Hold it here to the exhale. And then cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Right heel lifts up towards the sky. Step left foot back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here or to take your choice of your vinyasa. We will all meet in a downward facing dog. Let this feel good. Once we're all in your downward facing dog, we're going to move into our peak pose, our dancer pose. So start to bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat, and slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Forward fold. Start to slowly roll up to standing. When the shoulders come up to the ears, roll them back down. All right, if you know how to do dancer, you can get into it. I'll demo here at the front. So start to ground into that left knee. Get light on those right toes. Bring the right hand out to the side as if you're grabbing a platter, holding a platter out to the side. And then start to bring that right heel into the glute. 2 options for you. You can either grab the pinky side edge of the foot. This will be a smaller opening, so this may feel less intense. If you want the full, more opening version, grab the big toe side of your foot. Inhale, left arm reaches up overhead, and then start to hinge forward. Gaze past the middle finger of the left hand. Grounding into all 4 corners of that left foot, kicking that right foot into the right hand. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can always take the tabletop version that we did with the opposite leg and the opposite foot. So left foot behind you, right hand to left foot. All right, whatever choice you are in today, we're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, release. Shake it out, wiggle, shake out your left foot. We do the same thing on the other side. There you go. New playlist. I think I skipped a song. Okay, ground into the right foot. Or rather, ground into your right foot. Your left hand comes out to the side as if you're holding a platter. Start to get light on that left foot. And then capture either the pinky side edge or the big toe side of your foot. And then from here, lift that right hand up, hinging forward, gaze past the middle finger of that right hand. Kick that left hand into the left foot, opening up the shoulder. Grounding into all 4 corners of that right foot, feeling that nice opening of the shoulder joint, that quad opener. 2 more big breaths here. Final big breath. And exhale slower than you want to. Shake it out. All right. Final vinyasa of the day. Coming to the top of the mat. Bend the knees. Sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, step or hop back. Final vinyasa, option to modify. However is best for you. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Getting ready for our cool down. Take a moment first to notice how this downward facing dog feels to the first one we took in class today. And then whenever you feel ready, we move into a pigeon pose. On your next inhale, lift right leg up. Bring the right knee over to the right wrist. And then the right foot goes somewhere in between the left hand and the left knee. You can stay here. You can walk that left knee back. You can stay lifted to start. Or on your next exhale, slowly lower the chest all the way down. Coming into a pigeon pose, feeling that stretch in the heel, or rather in the hip. Take a moment first to notice that the left foot is in a straight line from the left hip, so it's not moving out to the side. Nice straight line. Nice. If you want to get even deeper, on your next inhale, just lift the chest for a moment. And exhale, maybe you get even deeper, using your breath to fold even deeper into this pose. Slowing down our body, slowing down our breath. We've done lots of shoulder openers, lots of quad openers. Done a lot of movement in this class. Now it's time to slow down, to cool down. We're here for just a few more breaths to the other side. Final big breath here. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. On your next inhale, if the chest is down, start to walk your hands back up. Start to lift the chest up. Curl left toes under. Lift left knee up. Step that right foot back. Downward facing dog. We do the same thing on the other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring the left knee to the behind the left wrist. And then the left foot will be somewhere between the right hand and the right knee. You can start to bring that right knee back to create more space. You can tense on those fingers for more height. You can stay in a lifted position. Or on your next exhale, start to walk the hands down in front of you, lowering down to your forearms. Or lowering the chest all the way down to the floor. Slowing down our breathing, slowing down our breath. We have just a couple more poses after this before we move into our Shavasana. If at any time this feels too intense, I know this pose can be quite intense, you can always just lift the chest back up, take a moment to come out of it, and then ground back down. If you want to get even deeper into this pose, on your next inhale, we start to lift back up for just a moment. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath here. And on your exhale, maybe walking the hands even deeper in front of you, almost like a child's pose. And then lower the chest all the way down. Making sure to square the hips, so making sure that your right hip isn't lifting and the left hip is dipping down to the floor. See if you can square the hips instead. We're here for a few more breaths, a few more moments. Just letting this feel good, opening up the hips. 2 more big breaths here. Final breath. At the end of your next exhale, start to walk the hands back. Start to lift back up. Curl right toes under, lift right knee. And step that left foot back behind you, downward facing dog, our final one of class. And whenever you feel ready, we start to slowly lower the knees back down. Take a child's pose. All together, take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Start to come into a tabletop position for just a moment. And then however is best for you, we come to lie on our backs. So you can either cross your ankles and then bring your feet out in front of you, or however is best for you. Grab the back of your thighs and slowly lower down all the way. Move into a supine twist. So bring the knees together, feet together, open the arms out either to a T, or you can cactus the arms by bending the elbows and palms face up towards the sky. Ground into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Bring the hips 3 inches over to the left. Let the knees fall over to the right. And the gaze can either go up towards the sky, or it can go past that left shoulder. Supine twist. Just letting this feel good. We have just one more pose after this before we move into our Shavasana. And for our Shavasana, I have some eucalyptus scented towels that I'll go around and give to you if you want. If you don't want one, just cross your arms into a X and I'll be sure to skip you. We'll move into the other side. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. Ground into your feet. Lift the hips up towards the sky. And then bring them over to the opposite side. So bringing the hips over to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. And you can either gaze up towards the sky or gaze past that right shoulder. Our supine twist, so getting that deep stretch all through the spine, that counter stretch, so knees moving to one side, gazing past the opposite shoulder. We're wringing out the spine, the whole spine I'll call them. We're here for a few more breaths. After this, we have a happy baby. And then our Shavasana, 2 more breaths here. Final breath. On your next inhale, whenever you feel ready, start to bring the knees back to center. We move into happy baby. Bring the knees into the chest. You can either grab the outside of your ankles or the pinky side edge of your feet, whatever feels good for you. And then you can either stay still or you can gently rock, side to side. You could try extending one leg at a time and then the other. If there's any other poses you would like to close out your practice with, you're more than welcome to do that. Maybe it's a shoulder stand or a plow or whatever feels good for you. You can stay in this happy baby for as long as you would like. Otherwise, getting ready for your Shavasana, however is best for you. You can either extend the feet out long, out in front of you. Palms can go by your side, or left hand can go on the heart and right hand can go on the belly. That's one option. Or you can bring your feet together and your knees can go out to the side for a Supta Baddha Konasana or seated butterfly position. And same things, hands can go by your side or left hand on the heart and right hand on the belly. We're slowing down our movement, we're slowing down our breath. You can either have a soft gaze, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes here. You can start with a body scan, so starting from the crown of the head, scanning down, releasing tension in between the eyebrows, releasing tension in the jaw, continuing down through the shoulders, along both arms, toes all the way out through the fingertips. And then releasing tension in the chest, the abdomen, the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, and finally all the way out through the toes. I am going to go quiet. I'm going to pass out those eucalyptus towels. Again, if you would not like a eucalyptus towel, just cross your hands across your chest, make an X, and I'll be sure to skip you. I'll wake you up when it's time to go your Shavasana. Start to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers. Start to bring some life and energy back into your body. We'll take one more big final stretch in your Shavasana. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Point your toes, get as big as you can. And exhale. Start to roll over onto one side. And then gently press yourself up into a seat. We're going to close out our practice with 3 final closing breaths. So come into a seated position, however is best for you. Roll the shoulders up to the ears. Roll back down. Gently rock side to side. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Big open sigh. Release. 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, release. Final breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. This time, hold it at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air. Biggest sigh of the day. Let it all go. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for showing up for each other. And as always, thank you for showing up for your community. Whenever you feel ready, slowly open your eyes and come back. Amazing. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for free yoga at the park. Again, my name is Alicia. Please let me know how that was for you. If you got one of those purple towels, if you wouldn't mind bringing them into this clear bin. If you borrowed one of the gray blankets, if you could put them into the red trash bins on the side. And if you borrowed a yoga mat from me, if you wouldn't mind rolling it up and bringing it up here and placing it in my wagon, it'd be a great big help. If you would like to learn more about our classes, you can get on our newsletter. We have all the information up here, social media, and I have a jar and a QR code up here in the front for donations. I'd greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I hope to see you again. We're here every Saturday until October 4th. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming out today.